The United States, a place of diversity. In the United States, there has been debate about what is socially acceptable and what is not. Different people have different ideas about what to tolerate and what not to. What one group may see as acceptable may be totally unacceptable outside of it. Welcome to El Paso, Texas, a place where Christianity is the norm. El Paso, Texas, being over 75% Hispanic, has a population that is over 50% Catholic. On top of that, it is also about 40% Protestant. El Paso has a population that is larger than 9% Christian. With these conditions, it is a perfect place for discrimination.
Pastor T. Brown is a church leader at a congregation in East El Paso named Word of Life. In his congregation, Pastor T. Brown argues for the traditional family values. However, these ideas do not stay inside the congregation. Pastor T. Brown wrote a bill on November 2010 that prohibited unmarried couples from receiving governmental benefits of healthcare.
This bill was meant to target homosexuals. It was, however, revoked a couple of weeks after it was passed. Along with his wife, S. Brown, they are both launching out a campaign to restore family values. S. Brown, Tom Brown's wife, is a candidate for District 5 of El Paso. She's located primarily in the El Dorado area or the far east of El Paso. The Browns are strong religious sympathizers. Therefore, they oppose any legislations that would guarantee rights to homosexual couples, and they strongly oppose gay marriage. Of course, it would be very difficult for S. Brown or anyone else to install religion upon a city, especially being in the United States. However, they would create a large Christian influence among those El Pasoans from District 5. S. Brown is largely influenced by her husband, and therefore they are very conservative. In fact, S. Brown was seen at a Tea Party rallies, claiming that she was a Tea Partier. Any advancement on civil rights would be impossible under her management. But what is there to do about this situation? El Pasoans must show that they are not in contempt with this type of leaders. There are only two sides of the issue when speaking about civil rights. You either agree with civil rights or you don't. Not everyone who does not agree with civil rights is evil. However, everyone who does not agree with civil rights is wrong. Therefore, the first thing that El Pasoans should do is agree with civil rights. This is only achieved by letting those in the oppressed group come out and be able to enjoy freedoms that are granted by the Constitution of the United States. Point number 2. Do not be the oppressor. Homosexuals struggle every day to go out and have just a regular day. The discrimination has transformed a regular day into a day of suffering. Tolerance or acceptance or even admiration should be the attitudes of heterosexuals towards homosexuals. A fair way to see the homosexual community is to look at them as just another minority that is also struggling to make the American dream. El Pasoans have an obligation to make life fair for these individuals and to not infringe with their civil liberties. Dealing with civil rights, it is best to keep civil rights among those who have them and expand them to those who don't. Finally, It is vital for individuals to get informed about candidates and do not vote for those who are not in favor of civil rights. Those who live in the El Dorado area of El Paso should not vote for S. Brown. She has demonstrated to be very discriminatory against homosexuals. Being a pastor, or even in general, Christianity should not mean intolerance. Those who practice the Christian faith should also understand that it is important to not infringe with anyone's civil rights. Philosopher Karl Marx once mentioned that religion is the opiate of the masses. However, I disagree. Religion what gives people life. Some people like it, some people don't. It is important to understand that religion is part of the human experience and therefore is natural. But it is important to differentiate when religion is good for the individual and when religion is affecting the individual's ability to think and act responsibly according to the norms of society, or even in general to not follow the norms of society when they oppress a certain group.